I asked him where he was going, and he said, "Where can I go? I only have to die. If somebody will let me die somewhere."
And one doctor, nurse, they go to the houses of these terminally ill cancer patients in Haridwar, Rishikesh, Dehradun, and even the neighboring areas. We cover about 50 kilometers around Rishikesh and provide not only the emotional support to these patients but also provide medicines and do the dressings, advise and tube care. And of course it's support to the family.
दो कब का खत्म हो गया इनको मालिश के लिए ना पूरा हॉस्पिटल बना हुआ है।
Gangabrain Hospice came into being because of Dr. Dewan's desire to help the people who he had to tell every day that, go home, I can't help you. As he said, 80% of the patients, cancer patients, come to an oncologist when they're already terminally ill. It's just grown and grown and grown. So in the first clinics, we would have about 20 patients and maybe 3 or 4 cancer patients. Whereas now, as you saw on the clinic this Sunday, there were 95 patients. We go over 100. And 50 of these had cancer. So now, gradually in the area, cancer patients are coming to know that there is somewhere where they can get help.
I'm cancer patient from last 3 years. Bone metastatic with lung. And liver bones and मेरे को गंगापुरी हॉस्पिटल से बहुत हेल्प जो है, दे आर वेरी हेल्पिंग फॉर मी. दे आर होम विजिटिंग टाइम टू टाइम फॉर पैलेटिव केयर. दे गिव मेडिसिन्स, सपोर्ट्स, so many type of supports.
When he came last month, Dr. Dewan examined him, and Dr. Dewan said he's completely hydrated and he's starving. He's dying of starvation. His wife didn't know how to give the feeding tube, so she wasn't feeding him. She wasn't feeding him anything. He was dying of starvation and dehydration. And our volunteers have gone and fed him liquid diet. We've taught her how to feed him. So he's in a much better state now. Otherwise, last month when he came, and he was actually dying, couldn't breathe. He's a good man.
There in Delhi, I work for my money and my livelihood. Here, I serve the patient. That serving is important. And here, I feel more comfortable when I am with the patients. Okay, and they are the needy patients who need my. There they can go to any other person also. Their thought is they can go to. They have so many doctors. We have so many patients. But here they need us.
We
we are conducting cancer clinics which are free. We don't charge any patient for consultations or medical treatment, and we see about 80 to 100 patients every clinic. And then we identify patients who are actually terminally ill cancer patients and for whom radiation, surgery, chemotherapy, nothing is possible from thenceforth.
So gradually we're expanding because basically there is no help in this whole area, and crying for help, absolutely crying for it.
Our aim is to build a hospice. Once we have the Gangaprem hospice facilities, phase 1, ready, then we'll house about 15 patients, and we will definitely be looking after the emotional, psychosocial, spiritual issues also.
We are very privileged as a professional to be part of this hospice project here. It was a kind of a challenge for us to invent what could be an ideal healing environment. And we believe that architecture has to emote, it has to kind of have a feeling, and we thought that this was a nice context in which we could explore through design, through the kind of understanding of spaces, and through its siting to detailing, what are the kind of ways in which through design we can try and contribute in making it a healthy and sort of a positive healing environment. So right from the siting here, as you saw, the trust has located this very close to or on the bank of Ganges, and it has a perfect setting in terms of the mountains, the very vast horizon. There's a river flowing through that, and there's a thick vegetation, and it's nice in a quiet and calm place. So by environment itself, it's first a positive sign of what could be a nice healing environment.